Britain's most senior law officer, the Attorney General, has been forced into full retreat today after telling a newspaper interviewer that corruption was endemic within parts of the Pakistani community in Britain. Dominic Grieve said ministers should wake up to what was, he said, a growing problem. But after some, even in the Conservative Party, condemned his comments as offensive, Mr Grieve rushed out another statement saying that the problem was not attributable to any one community. Jane Death reports.
Dominic Grieve MP is worried about corruption, about electoral fraud. He said it's mainly found, although not confined to, the Pakistani community. He told the Daily Telegraph corruption is growing because we have minority communities in this country which come from backgrounds where corruption is endemic. It is something we as politicians have to wake up to. He also talked about a favour culture in some communities. Since his comments have appeared in print, Dominic Grieve has sought to clarify his position, saying, "I'm absolutely clear this problem is not attributable to one community." But by saying electoral fraud is mainly a Pakistani problem, he's angered some within his own party who've called his comments divisive and offensive. That's how Conservative MEP Sajjad Karim feels. He said today Dominic Grieve had painted all British Pakistanis in a certain light. So how do British Pakistanis feel? We went to Reading. At the Pakistani Community Centre, Manzoor Hussain told me the volunteers run activities for the whole community, for free, not for gain. He's angry at being lectured about favours.
If you're going to talk about corruption, then you've got to start looking at the top. You've got to start looking at the MP's expenses, and you've got to start looking at the bankers and the offshore companies, you know. Now these are really, if you think about it, the ruling classes.
Pakistanis have been found guilty of election fraud. In Slough, a former Conservative councillor and 5 others were jailed. In 2010, Conservative peer Baroness Varsi said electoral fraud, mostly in the Asian community, had cost seats at the general election. In Reading, Fawad Wahid told me corruption might happen in Pakistan, but not here, not now.
Problem of corruption back in Pakistan? Yes, it is. It is. I totally agree. Everybody knows about it. However, talking about Pakistani community causing corruption in UK, no, I don't agree with it at all.
Well, the government's absolutely clear. We never want to pinpoint individual communities. Of course, corruption needs to be rooted out wherever it is in this country, but we think that's something which needs to be tackled everywhere, not in a specific community.
Dominic Grieve's intervention has been called ill-advised. With only 13% of the British Pakistani vote at the last election, the Tories can't afford to cause offence.
And in the last few minutes, Mr Grieve has issued another statement saying he was sorry if I have caused any offence.